Hello and welcome to Beginner's Plate. Today we're gonna make the finger licking Shinwari chicken, and for that we're gonna need boneless chicken along with some tomatoes. So first of all we have to cut the boneless chicken in cubes like these, and we're gonna chop the tomatoes later. So first we're gonna fry the chicken in some oil. So like always, you have to heat the oil in the pan. And then you have to fry the boneless chicken in the heated oil for some time until the chicken turns white, or you can say that the chicken changes its color. The cubes of boneless chicken should not be too thick and not too thin also. Once the chicken changes its color, then it's time for step number 2 for Shinwari chicken recipe, and now we're gonna add the spices. 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of red chili powder, around 1 teaspoon of paprika powder, and around 2 tablespoons of ginger and garlic paste. And then you're gonna mix these with the chicken gently. Once you have mixed the chicken with the spices that you have added, you have to let the chicken cook in the spices. And we have to wait until the water that chicken leaves evaporates. So the water is boiling here, and once it evaporates, it's time for step number 3, which is the tomatoes time. So I have chopped the tomatoes like this. So 1 tomato is chopped into 4 parts. This is how Shinwari chicken is made. There is no science behind it. Mix the chicken with these big pieces of tomatoes carefully. So the specialty of Shinwari chicken is that it cooks in tomato juice. So we have to cover the chicken with the tomatoes so that the tomatoes leave their juice and the chicken cooks with them. After some time, remove the cover and check the tenderness of the tomatoes. Once the tomatoes are tender, you can remove their peels also. Here I'm removing the peels one by one. If you try to peel them before putting them into the chicken, you might waste some of the tomato juice. So it's better to peel them off during this step of cooking. So you have to wait until the tomatoes are cooked around 90%. And then it's time for next step. So we're gonna add some black pepper, around 1 tablespoon, around 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, mix well. So during this time, the rest 10% of the tomatoes also gets cooked with the spices. Here you can see the consistency of the gravy of Shinwari chicken, and the chicken also looks perfectly cooked. We have to wait until the oil comes to the top, which is a sign that the dish is ready. So we can see the oil coming to the top here. So then you can garnish your Shinwari chicken with some fresh coriander and some chopped green chilies, and your finger licking Shinwari chicken is ready to serve.